If you're ever thinking about asking for a raise, you are not alone. I think about it every day. And you're absolutely right to advocate for yourself. And so today we're discussing how do we advocate for ourselves and what should we do when the answer is no. The first strategy is you have to come prepared with proof. Even before you schedule your meeting, gather all of the evidence that shows both your value and impact. Think beyond the job description. What are the extra work that you've done that may have gone unnoticed, or all of the things that you may have contributed to and supported throughout the year? That means you got to be tracking your work. Another strategy is to quantify your impact. Data now speaks. Dig into the data. What I mean by that is, did you streamline a process? Did you launch or support a successful project? Did you contribute to improving customer satisfaction? Numbers will make your case stronger. Another popular strategy is to leverage feedback. Written or public testimonials means a lot from client or partners. Even within the team, the positive feedback is great, especially a shout out from the senior or executive leader can add a powerful weight to your case. The next strategy is about the total compensation package. And this one is important. It's not just about salary. You need to understand the full compensation package in your job. That means the salaries, the benefits, the bonuses, the retirement contribution. Sometimes there's tuition remission, even parking. This is going to give you a clearer picture when you are comparing to market data. And for the love of people, if you do not live in California or work there, do not compare yourself to California salaries. It is important for you to understand your state at the local level and your company size. The budgets are never the same. So make sure to use reliable benchmarking information and compensation toolkits and resources. One of the best strategies that we've used is time. Timing is everything. The most common time would be doing the annual performance review. I know some people avoid it, but you don't. It's important to also have this conversation about raises after you've successfully completed a major project or during the company's fiscal year. That means the budget is being allocated during that time. So you should know your fiscal year. Try to avoid periods like, during the downturn or if the company is going through a mass layoff. Probably not the best time to have a conversation about raise. A well-timed conversation is going to show that you're not just thinking about yourself, but also the broader business context. And so this next strategy is about professionalism. Mind your manners, stay professional. I know it's personal, but you have to lead with your value, not just the need. A respectful, well prepared approach will put you at a position to win. And so let's shift gear. If a raise is not possible, this is where first, be prepared for the no. But this is also where you can get strategic and consider a different type of promotion. Even if the emotions is running high and you're upset, I can't get more money. If a raise isn't on the table, negotiate a title promotion. This is not the same thing as settling, but rather leveraging your value in a different, equally powerful way. What I mean by that is a new title becomes a significant asset that you're now able to negotiate with and for the next opportunity if and when you transition. So that means you definitely need to be ready to take the next step to pivot if the raise or the promotion is not available now at your current company. A new title is going to add value to your long-term career. And what I mean by that is that a new title becomes a significant asset that you now have to negotiate for your next opportunity. So that means you definitely want to be ready to take the next step to pivot if the raise and promotion is not available right now at your company. And you'll be able to carry a new title with a wealth of experience and the new salary benchmark that is now associated with the new opportunity. If a raise isn't happening and it feels like it's time to pivot, there's always a way to move forward. Consider offering your services as a contract employees. It might sound unconventional, but sometimes companies genuinely value us as employees. They simply have done a poor job with budgeting and developing employees internally. And so there's no career path and no way to move forward with this particular company. And they're just not ready to have the pay conversation. And so consider offering your services. Now, I'm going to be upfront. This does not work every time, and it is not for everyone. There are instances, many instances, where you make the decision to transition. You submit your resignation accordingly, but the company is very disappointed. And so they have a right to accept your resignation right away. But offering your services is an option worth exploring if it fits your goal and your current circumstances. Here's my disclaimer. This contracting opportunity may be considered if you are a valued employee. So if you are not, there's a lot of inconsistencies. Leave it alone. The pay discussion in general is a very uncomfortable conversation. So try to use some of the must-know strategies that we share to help you to be prepared and practice your delivery and present your request in a professional and factual manner. And by doing so, not only are you empowering yourself, but your information is now grounded in facts, market data, and strategic timing. Let's keep the conversation going. If you know someone who's feeling stuck in their career journey, please share this episode with them to help them master their money conversation. The full audio episode is now available on Spotify or listen on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you to our listener, James, for the set of questions. Tune in next week for the second part of his question. In lieu of a raise, what can we as leaders offer instead? And before you sign off, don't forget to subscribe, follow,